Hello and welcome to the Europe Direct Soapbox Competition 2021. My name is Dr. Christa de Brún and I lecture in English and Communications in Waterford Institute of Technology. I was delighted to take on the role of Principal Judge this year, alongside my colleagues Jim Lenane from Waterford City Council and Sandra Kelly, Visual Arts and Education Manager in Garter. The Europe Direct Soapbox Competition is a wonderful opportunity to develop oracy skills and participate in a vibrant culture of learning. Thank you to all of you who participated in this year's competition and to all of you who supported the participants. The research and enthusiasm was evident in the range of responses received, and it made the judging a very challenging and enjoyable process. The topic for this year's competition was lies, damned lies, and statistics, a phrase attributed to Benjamin Disraeli and popularised in the public consciousness by Mark Twain. The phrase references the broad intersection of data and society, the overwhelming amount of information available to us at the click of a mouse, and the struggle to differentiate fact from fiction in a world saturated with fake news. The topic yielded impressive results from our participants, with many acknowledging the use of statistics to manipulate public opinion and with a particular focus on our COVID setting. The judging panel were asked to analyse the entries in terms of content, referring to evidence of research and arguments supported by evidence, structure, that is, clear points arranged in a logical order, clarity, which refers to practice, articulate delivery and clear pronunciation, delivery, that is, engagement with the audience, use of non-verbal communication and adherence to the 3-minute limit, and the overall impact of the speech in terms of the speaker's ability to persuade the judges of the merits of their argument. The standard of entries this year was very high, and we would like to congratulate all entrants on their effort, engagement and initiative. The runner-up in the 16 and under category was Rachel Harries. The winner in the 16 and under category was Ross Anderson. The winner in the 17 and over category was Shane Burke. Congratulations to all our winners, and a special word of encouragement to all who participated this year. The skills you are developing with your participation are invaluable. To view the winning entries, please keep watching and they will come up next. The library staff will be in contact with the winners and the runners-up. And the winning entries by Shane and Ross will now represent the region in the national final. The national final will take place online on Thursday, 9th of December at 11:30 a.m. Details of the event will be available soon on the Waterford Library's website or through your local Europe Direct Centre at Waterford Central Library. Thank you very much and congratulations again to our worthy winners.
Hello, adjudicators, judges and esteemed guests. My name is Shane Burke and today I'm presenting my thoughts on this matter of contention. I disagree with this statement, though not without caveat. We often hear on the news about fake news from all sides of political opinion directed towards all other sides of political opinion. The truth, meaning that what is said corresponds to reality, is becoming a rarer commodity. I, among many of you, I'm sure, have seen those group chats on Facebook or WhatsApp spreading disinformation about topical issues such as the COVID-19 vaccine. We may laugh at their bombastic claims and analogies, such as the Nazis said they were following orders too, in reference to obeying COVID-19 regulations. However, the effect of fake news was far-reaching. At the time of delivering this speech, 10.86% of the Irish population eligible for vaccination still haven't received their vaccine. It is undeniable that such misinformation campaigns, such as those mentioned, played a role in this. Political leaders, such as Donald Trump, are becoming much less credible, often engaging in deliberate misinformation in order to push their own agendas. This is seen most infamously with Trump's comment about immigrants. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime. Where did he find this information? Does reliable data agree with this statement? These questions should always be asked after such claims, but the problem is that they are not. The infinite amount of data, some reliable, some less so, on the internet, means that almost any belief can be justified. This creates a bleak image. How can we possibly establish the truth in a world where truth is subjective, reliable data and sources are warped to fit certain narratives, and unreliable data is spread freely? I believe that the only way to establish the truth in today's world is by fighting the problem at its source, online. Much of the misinformation is found in fringe areas of the internet, two more mainstream ones. The research industry, as well as state sources offering information, have a very hard time breaking into the online sphere. The younger listeners today may have seen those Department of Health funded TikTok ads promoting the vaccine and attempting to debunk some of the disinformation and misinformation about the virus. Although this was a valiant effort, the videos were a bit too clinical. They had the vibe of a 50-year-old trying to be down with the kids, which I feel exacerbated the problem, making people irritated as to what they saw as intrusive. These sources of genuine information need to improve their online presence in such a manner that actually connects to the people it's trying to reach. Thank you for listening.
Martin Luther King once said, "I have a dream." Well, I also have a dream. A dream that one day we will have reputable sources of information and not the lies you see everywhere today. Hello, my name is Ross Anderson, and I'm going to tell you about why it is impossible to discern the lies from the truth in today's news and social media. First of all, let's go back in time, back to when Stalin was in power. We all know the ways Stalin gained his power. He started by telling his comrades lies about one another, turning them against each other. However, after Stalin became dictator, he used a different method of keeping control: propaganda. He brainwashed civilians into thinking that he was God. Do we have this in the 21st century? Do you think that world leaders may still brainwash and control their subjects? Or have we as a race moved past this method of fear-mongering? Let's move on to something more recent. The Donald Trump election and his presidential reign. We all know Donald Trump had his problems, especially with immigrants moving into America to get a better life. One thing I never expected, however, was his attitude towards climate change. I remember being appalled and outraged hearing him state that climate change is a hoax created by the Chinese government to make US manufacturing non-competitive. How did we as a race let someone like that run one of the biggest countries in the world? Someone who says that the earth is fine, not addressing all the problems in the world, with America being one of the biggest factors of climate change, but then saying it is a conspiracy to make US manufacturing less competitive. How did people think it was a good idea to let that man become president? A man that would let the rest of the world suffer for his own personal gain. Lastly, we have social media. Social media, in my opinion, is the biggest source of fake news and misinformation, that mainly being news reports on COVID-19. A few days ago, I read a news article saying that there were over 5,000 cases. However, when you click on the article and read more about it, it says that that was the cumulative of the past 3 days. How can they willingly make articles like this, making people scared just to get more clicks? Do they have no shame? And it's not just COVID that they try to sell. All over the internet, there are scam websites and apps that will try to take your personal information and sell it on. Only a few days ago, I was looking through Twitter and saw an ad that said, "Make thousands with this one simple trick." I clicked on it, and it asked me to sign up for something using my email address and password. I immediately closed out of it, as I did not want to fall victim to its trap. However, a lot of people would not know to do that, especially young kids and the elderly. They are much more susceptible to these kind of traps, as they would not have had the internet in their day. All over the world, we constantly see fake news and misinformation. The problem is, we don't know or don't bother to do our own research to find out if it's the truth. We should not have to worry about being fed lies and deceit, all for the gain of others. Thank you for listening.